don't know, 16-4 for ill effects.
No. You think so?
I don't know, they're starting CT and it's Counter-Strike.
But I mean, you figure a legend like Emeti would be due for at least a couple rounds, but then again, that could account for your 4.
Yeah, maybe... Okay, maybe WristHax wins the first 3 and then loses out. Or maybe the opposite happens.
I don't know. I think WristHax, if they take this pistol round, it's going to be pretty much a landslide for them. I don't know much about the IllFX team, but I do know Drax and a Medi, and I think this is going to go in their favor. But interesting strat coming out so far. Oh, never mind. I thought the bomb was going to go down Ivy, but for the terrorist side, they have 3 creeping, and it looks like it's going to be a ladder burst, or Tyrium may just wait this out. Interesting ladder take here.
They're setting on smokes.
Yep.
There they go.
And now for the take. We got 2 coming out the middle, and 3 kind of waiting to come out ladder. Okay, now they do come down, and the take is on. So far, first one goes to Icy. Not much in the way of counter nades here from the IllFX side, as they do suffer the first casualty. And now, falling back is the WristHax squad, but another one, there's Ameti. But Ren does get their retribution, so the CTs are down 1, 4-3, slowly retaking. But I really like how the terrorist side is playing this right now. They're not sitting passively, they are all peeking out at the same time, and they do trade yet again. Ooh, there goes another one for Icy, all down to C. Davis, manages to find 1, but that time is ticking. Edna is going to get this frag. First one to WristHax, and Rip, your prediction.
Hey, I said my prediction is they win 3 and then lose out.
Fair enough.
But, you know, I don't... Who am I to make predictions? I don't even really... Like, I don't know these teams.
Right.
But, I mean, that's not to say they're not good. It's just...
Yeah, they do that Ivy. They do that Ivy.
I gotta turn off my voice name. Hold on. So something I liked last round was, like, obviously it was the 3 ladder setup with the, you know, flashing over. And now they can play a little bit more aggressive. They can afford to, at least, with their guns, as we see. Ameti, Icy, and Edna. With 3... Galils, and there are 2 5.7s, 1 on Drax, 1 on Tyrium. Tyrium had some couple great shots last round, as the terrorists kind of just hanging out by that ladder right now. There is one in T Connector, the number 6 player for the terrorists, that is Tyrium. He's going to peek out and try and find something. There are 2 CTs stacked up in Ivy, the number 1 and 3 player, Genie and C Davis. And the action hasn't come out yet. It looks like the terrorists are just stalling. Maybe trying to see if the CTs have decided to stack this round, given they are down 1 round and only have their pistols about them.
The tension is building.
Right you are, as 45 seconds are ticking down on the clock left now, as the terrorists are waiting for their timer, I guess their mark. They're going to run on a certain second. There we go. Footsteps aplenty as they're running out. Icy comes down lower into B. He's looking for the first kill of the round. Yes, he drops A, and he's going to look to try and find the bomb, but not if Ande has anything to do with it. He's inside. He drops Icy. However, Drax trades him out. He's going to scoop up that Galil from here. No, he's not. No, he's not. Ren and Genie both combined to get 2 more. Ameti coming back with 2 frags of his own, turning this into a 2v1. So it was very winnable for the CTs. Ameti turns it into a triple kill and a victory for WristHax Gaming. And that round was almost out of control there for the team of WristHax. And IllFX almost had one of their own.
Yeah, Ameti not only coming back, but coming back from the grave. I haven't seen this man in ages, and I like to see him coming out here in Maine and shutting some people down. But my prediction of the Asian girl being the player to watch, she almost went down lower and made something happen, but couldn't put the second kill together. But what I didn't like from the CT side that round is just playing default on on eco rounds. I mean, you only see 1 CZ in one of their hands, and that's an egg who's going to try to push up lower here. See, I like this, but his teammate doesn't even want to try to help. It doesn't look like he's not ready to peek the angle or anything. He shouldn't be peeking that angle if he knows that egg has the cross. So just a couple mistakes noticed so far, as no action has came about yet. I believe we're going to be seeing a lot of this from WristHax, even on gun round. It's just a whole lot of defining where the opposition is. And there it is, Edna picking up Egg, as Egg was the player to push up. And now we got a battle at Ivy as well, but this slow play from WristHax so far, slow and calculated, I believe it's going to be difficult for IllFX to come back from, even in the later on, just from what I've been watching so far, but this round Asian Girl manages to get one, trades off a teammate. Here comes the Ivy push. Players out middle and ladder as well. And so far Terrace having no problem dealing with the eco round. From IllFX, gun round underway. Andy, last man standing. If you could take a gun down or two, just a couple of Galils down would do. But very, very stale round for IllFX. And both of their eco rounds for that matter. You can't really expect to win versus guns, especially if you're not stacking any locations. I mean, maybe one of your players pops off with a deagle or something, but I really don't like what I'm seeing from IllFX so far.
Egg had a push up there last round. That was kind of like the turning point for that round, I think, for WristHax. After they got, it seemed like a bit of a careless push.
Yeah, I mean, his teammate wasn't even in position at that point. I'm not sure what they were going for there. Even if he gets the kill, he's hoping for one player only to be there. I mean, otherwise there's going to be a trade and not much going to do for you.
So, almost start. Well, I guess this is our first gun round. A Galil for Icy. 4 AKs for his teammates on WristHax. As there is an op up here on C. Davis. He is playing in Ivy with that. Towards the left side, it doesn't look like he's looking for the T-Con pick. He's hugging that left wall in, I guess that would be A3. Or A1, I can't do math. But no action yet. And just as you mentioned last round, Laser Jesus, we're seeing a lot of that slow play from WristHax. But one's gonna peek out T-Con. He's gonna flash down towards Hell, and they're gonna bust out into outer. Icy opens up the round with a double kill on the Galil. A hot start to the round for WristHax, and on the flank is Tyrium through a smoke. He just walked all the way Hell and just came around on a perfect angle on Genie, making this first gun round disastrous for IllFX. But Davis, with that op, finally getting a kill for his team, starting things off here. Maybe trying to get one or two more. They might end up saving here, so they're going to have to save again next round. Ande now pushing towards an E-Box, looking for a kill on the territory. He sees that there's one in ladder room. He finds one E-Box. He waits for another one. He gets killed from Hell by Tyrium, and now that is all up to C. Davis, who will save and give WristHax their 4th round this game.
Yeah, what I saw right there is WristHax. They were so prepared, and you could tell that that was going to be their first gun round strat, because what I saw from Icy, somebody flashed for him, he peeked the perfect angle, and then both sides of the bomb site were smoked off, and he peeked the only spot that the counter terrorist could see from in the site. Just perfect play from WristHax so far. And IllFX, it doesn't look like they have much to say about it, even on the first gun round. I mean, on the pistol round, and now the first gun round. Counter nades not really coming into like a factor at all. And now, C. Davis, for the CT side here, is really the only man who can make it happen. And watch WristHax work this very slowly. I'm curious if this Ivy player will even beat C. Davis. But look at elsewhere. That's Ren getting aggressive from the CT side here. And you can see when the CTs get aggressive, not once have we saw two of them go at the same time here. I'm not sure what they're doing there. Even if he gets the one, he's still going to have you're not going to get much from it. Likely a trade coming in. But anyways, WristHax demonstrating the slow work, and IllFX not having much to say about it. C. Davis is going to go ahead and save that op again, and that's pretty much going to be the story. But Andy, again, might still be able to make something happen this round, but from IllFX, on their gun round, I'm not sure what they need to do, but they need to aggress middle at least, because letting the terrorist side set up like they were, I don't think it's going to work out for them, because WristHax looks so prepared with their nades.
Spotted. He's going to get killed here from the side.
And more.
Yeah, so they lose their op now. They could buy another one this round. They have the money for it. And it looks like C. Davis is actually just going to, kind of cool it on the op. He's been getting kills with it, but they've been kills like after the round ends or things like that. They haven't been like good defensive frags stopping kind of a push into the site.
And the smokes are what isolates them. Let's see if they get aggressive at middle here. They're sending 3 up Z, so let's see what happens.
So there you have it. 3 towards. We saw this on pistol round for WristHax. They send 3 towards ladder. Edna might actually try and peek lower here as Icy and Drax in spawn are setting up some smokes and flashes for their teammates. And Amedi's just looking at the ladder. There's nothing down there. Genie's watching it from the ladder train. So those two are kind of 2 degrees of separation away from each other. Tyrium and Edna are heading towards bottom. There is the bomb down in the back of Brown Halls. Tyrium is going to run out with it. They're going to run out lower here. And I know that Auto Director isn't there right now, but that is where the action is, as Andy starts off the round with a good defensive frag. Makes that a double kill, making that a hat trick for Andy to start off this round. So some great play from him at Inner as he finally goes down to Icy, but he has done all of the work he can do so for this round. But Drac getting another one. Icy finding another 9th kill so far this game. Make that a 10th. Icy is playing out of control as he turns this into a 1v1 with Egg, who finally breaks an egg of his own, getting his first kill of the round, or the match. So
Stop it.
Kudos to him there, as finally Ill Effects breaking. Yeah, Ill Effects broke 2 eggs that round. The egg of Egg and the egg of their team score. So
all right, score virginity
now
has been claimed. But is that what we're doing now? We're using Auto Director?
I use Auto Director because it's usually in sync with Drone.
Oh, man, I'm a horrible person. But all right, Illifex takes the first round, and they're continuing with their aggression outside. I really like this, because this allows, even if they set up the smoke, this will allow the CTs to counter flash and counter smoke accordingly, rather than sitting back. There's not much you're going to be able to do besides spam through the smokes once they get set up on the terrorist side. So I like what they're doing so far. They got eyes on ladder, they got eyes on Ivy and middle. So their only stray player is kind of back in B right now, and here comes the outer take and Egg. Like, oh, here it comes. Perfect positioning, but he can't get the second. They both get traded off. So 2 for 2 out middle. This is in favor of WristHax, and if they take this round, the money of Illeffect is going to be destroyed. Down to a 2 versus 2 here. Still battling for position outside. Down to a 1 versus 1. Ren trying to spam him down, and he gets him with the last bullet. That's Tyrium down in Illeffect. They were 1 bullet away from having no money this round.
Oh man, you could see his nerves wearing thin there when he was shooting that pistol. His crosshair was bouncing everywhere. But he did it. At the end of the day, he did it. You can't take that away from him.
Yep. Chalk it up.
I would love to cast this round, but I got a Snapchat from a girl. No, I'm just playing.
I was going to take over. I respect that.
So, starting off this round, it looks like some more slow play coming up, as we don't see any immediate rushes or noise being made from WristHax as they make their terrorist presence not felt, I would say.
Ooh.
As they're just kind of playing back. C. Davis is the closest one to being in combat as it stands right now, with Tyrium as an Ivy play. But Tyrium's not even peeking it. He's kind of looking at an angle towards Sandbag. But Amedi's throwing a smoke down into ladder. It's actually forcing Jeannie to fall off there. She's going to gamble and rotate over to Z-Hull. Icy and Drax, both the utility players for WristHax Gaming, just waiting there with their grenades in spawn. They both throw them simultaneously. They scoop up the bomb and head towards T-Connector. Amedi's heading out ladder, and the action is going to pick up here as Egg finds one. Drax returns back to him. Ren trades back. Icy trades back. Ren finds a second. Ren finds a third. And just like that, it's all up to Tyrium in a 1-on-3. And Ill Effects are looking to pull within the insurance rounds here with a 3rd round victory. And Tyrium picks up one. It's now a 2v. Make that a 1v1. Tyrium with 2 kills to even out this round. And it's all up to Ande, who hasn't found any kills this round yet. He knows where Tyrium is. He has been flashed. Tyrium's still hanging out in A3. Tyrium goes to... Ooh, Tyrium actually has a breath of second life here as Ande misses the shot on him. He's going to fall back to the T-Con train. And at the back of... I guess make that the Ivy train. Tyrium is just leaving A3 now, heading towards where the bomb is down. It's down right underneath Ande, so he's got the positioning and he lets the clock run out. So Tyrium is actually just gonna... I don't know if he's gonna peek this. He's so low. No, he's actually just gonna save. And look, just like that, Ill Effects are within 2.
I'm really confused with that decision right there from Tyrium. I mean, he drops the first 2 with like optimum time left to make the 1 versus 1 happen, but I'm not sure if he didn't realize the time was expiring. Usually in that situation, your teammates will be like, hey, you gotta move. But I'm not sure what happened there. Perhaps he wanted to save his AK or something. I really don't understand the decision, but nonetheless, Ill Effects has won 3 in a row. Alright, and now, change of pace here from WristHax. They are going to go for a 4-man or inner rush, as one of their players has gotten dropped. No, they're going to try to go all the way around the world, maybe? No, but oh, Icy. on to Andy. 4-on-4 now, as the bomb site has been taken, and WristHax seems to have caught ill-effects off guard. I'm not sure what happened there. Probably a wrong rotate called or something, but so far WristHax, they only had to deal with one player inside the site before they were allowed to get set up, and now you're seeing the effects of that as they've dropped 2 in the meantime. Only players up for ill effects, C. Davis and Ren, but they do have a nice crossfire so far. They could make this happen, but Ice puts a stop to that, and now the flank from Tyrium, and another round for WristHax, and this is going to be a huge momentum deciding round. Never mind, the CTs have to save. The kills have been close.
Yeah, and I mean, they did win 3 in a row, ill effects, so they're getting their rounds in bunches. And WristHax, we're going to see here if they are also of the same mentality. They won 5 in a row to start off this game, and now they're going to try and win another combination of rounds here. And it looks like they're going to be able to, as you said it yourself, the CTs aren't an equal. They're playing very aggressively in outer. Oh my god, Egg dropping one with the CZ to start off the round. Things are going great, but Tyrium walks out, drops 2, Drax drops 1, Edna finds another one, and Ande, just like that, is left alone, rotating from ladder. I'm actually going to jump into his eyes here, as he is, there we go. He's back now. He's gonna maybe drop ladder. No, he's just gonna hang out in the White Halls area. Above the ladder, maybe look for an exit kill, try and find a gun here. Going into the next round, that would be very integral to their saving strategy. Just to find that one gun there. And from the rotation, we're gonna have Tyrium. Oh, he's very low. He's at 33 HP, he's in spawn. Ande's gonna peek down the stairs right here. They're gonna find each other, and Ande, just like that, picks up an AK, turns the corner, sees a couple terrorists with AKs. He finds Drax, but Icy finishes him off. And the terrorists have enough money to buy this round. And the CTs, they're reaching deep for guns here.
They gotta do it, though. I mean, it's gut check time for the CTs right now. They know exactly what WristHax is capable of and what they've been doing. I mean, it's either they do a slow take outside with smokes, or the last gun round we saw, they're going to go inner. So, likely going outer this round again, or are they going to go for something fast? No, I really like what they're doing right now. They're faking the outside fast and going 3 deep into inner versus one player, and they take him down. That's Ant. This is likely going to be one in the books. And man, Edna the Immortal outside has taken so many bullets before he's taken out. But now a 4-on-3. But wow, the CTs are bringing it back somehow. I'm not sure how. As Icy was able to get one before, or Egg was getting one before, traded by Icy, and now down to a 2 versus 2, Ren and C. Davis. But we do have a nice setup here from the terrorist side, but Icy doesn't need any help. Oh my god, was that an ace from him? At least 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was 4.
Really nicely done there by the terrorist side. They kind of let it slip in the end, but Icy was able to put it away from them. But switching it up like that, faking an outer rush after going inside, and then going inside after that, just really nice mind games from WristHax.
Yeah, WristHax is like, they have so many, like, it's like you said, Aim Eddie and Icy, they're even they're all playing really good right now. Let's say for Drax. Drax has had a couple big kills, but rushing alley here is Genie. She's gonna peek around the corner, and oh my god, she didn't see Tyrium. Tyrium just hid and waited for it. Like, they're playing so they have guns. I don't know if they know the CTs are ecoing, but they have guns, and they're just still not giving them the peaks they're so desperately looking for. And the CTs are playing a very aggressive ladder, ground hall, and inner strat, and it opens up the round with a pistol frag on the Icy. Icy, a huge impact frag for his team so far this match. Drax trades out C. Davis to even this up to a 4v4. Both teams with a player on the bench.
Yeah, and you could see exactly what happened right there. The CTs, they aggressed one, got the kill, and then the other guy ran up the ladder and got domed. What then? You got the first kill, what are you going to do after that?
Oh,
they're not playing together.
Genie just got killed from spawn there, so that whole flank was left open. She didn't peek the corner, and now the terrorists are just running away with it, as Ren's probably just going to try and save this AK.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here. I mean, what we saw there, I can't emphasize this enough. At what we saw at ladder, they got the kill initially, and then the CT fell back after getting the kill above ladder, and then the other guy runs, his teammate runs up the ladder and gets domed, So after that aggression, you send one up the ladder and then one up the stairs at the same time, if you're going to go for that. You don't just commit one like that. And we saw what happened after that.
So, look at that. Bren's actually going to be able to hold on to a gun. I think this might be the first successful CT save.
I think you might be right.
He's not even going to peek anyone. He's just hiding in the corner.
That's better than what I've seen so far from them on the attempted saves. But you can see from Illifex, it's not like they don't have the fragging power. They do have the fragging power. It's just these decisions that are costing them a whole bunch. On these gun rounds, I've seen on the gun rounds that they've won, when they've played together and aggressive and everything, it's really worked out for them. But then even on these eco rounds, when they've gotten kills and everything, they haven't put themselves in position to do anything with it. So let's see if that changes. Again, oh, C. Davis gets caught alone at Ivy. That's a huge frag for WristHax, as that opens up a whole new plethora of opportunities for them to do this round, as now they could spread. This CT's a little thin.
C. Davis was their opper, and I kind of wish that they never gave up on that. Just because you didn't have a couple successful rounds doesn't
Right, how
mean...
many times did he use it?
He used it for 2 rounds, and then he died, and he hasn't bought one since.
Damn, have faith in yourself, C. Davis. Hang in there.
Because Train is such an important map to have an op on for CT.
No, yeah, because if you don't have a CT op presence, that just... it opens up the whole map for the terrorist side. I mean, if they start employing an op, yeah, it's just going to be downhill from there. And so far, another downhill round for the Illifex squad, as we see a massive reach around coming in from Tyrium, as the inner bomb site has been taken. Egg trades one off before he is dropped. Nicely done by Asian Girl. Comes up the flank. She's very good at that so far, but Drax is able to eliminate her. And now it's all up to Andy. He has been last man a whole bunch, and I'm not sure if Tyrium just saw him right there, but he is going to see him now. Andy takes him out. Massive 1 versus 1, but Drax gets the spray. And WristHax continues the reign. And just like that, the fragging abilities of Illifex is there, but it's their decision-making that's really costing them.
Well, I agree with you totally. And I still want to mention again the op. I mean, they can't afford one right now, but Genie's actually down to a Famis here, and there are 2 rounds left in this half. We'll see what Illifex they can pull any rabbits out of the hat. Maybe my prediction was reversed. I'm not used to seeing a 10-3 score first half in favor of the terrorists. Maybe that's just it shows a lack of practice from one team. But starting off the round, Ren drops Edna, so a good start so far for Illifex, a much needed opening kill for them. And maybe we're going to see a push out here. Medi drops down ladder and drops Genie subsequently. He's going to walk out, but E-Box try and find Ren. Ren is just hanging out there. Medi's actually elected to go back up the ladder, but hey, he drops him. Icy trades out also on the map, and they now picking up the action here, killing Tyrium, making a 3v2 now. It's in favor of Illifex. Make that a 3v1, as Illifex are on the cusp of earning their 4th round win and going into this last round of the first half with some momentum, as Icy is left all alone playing by E-Box. He finds one, that is C. Davis, and now a 2v1, but Egg with a great round there, an important multi-kill for him there, and round 15, here we come.
Right, Egg has been very quiet, but the rounds he has shown up, he's made it very close, or if not winning them. But Illifex, I mean, you can kind of debate whether this round matters or not. On the terrorist side, they're going to have to establish a massive steamroll and just hit WristHax with stuff they haven't, or they're not prepared for, and play some crazy mind games, because from how WristHax is playing on this side, you could tell their CT is going to be ready. But now WristHax coming out this round, they only send 2 out outer, and they take it. 3 frags unanswered. Finally, C. Davis responds with 2, but at what cost? As now inner has been taken, and it's down to a 3v1. And the first 2 players just rushed out of the middle for WristHax.
He's going to have to ace to win this.
Oh, is it real? No. Medi. Dream Crusher. 4-11 for the WristHax squad. And again, all this rides on the pistol round for Illifex, but they are on the terrorist side of Train, and this is a huge hill.
So far, my prediction is looking totally inverted.
Right? I mean, maybe if you were dyslexic, you would have had a chance.
I mean, I am dyslexic, so there you go. I blame mental illness. Always blame mental illness. Everyone knows that. So we're just waiting for the second half to start here. 11-4, you saw it. WristHax with a really dominant performance there on CT. And I'm sure that part of IllFX is maybe regretting choosing a CT side first on train. But also, they couldn't string together any rounds there. They won all 3 rounds, plus, I guess, plus 1 later on, but that was about it. They couldn't get, after that, they couldn't string together 2 rounds in a row. And it's unfortunate because the economy is so important for the CTs for obvious reasons, the guns being more expensive, and it's so hard to defend on train. Well, any map really if you don't have a gun. So we're just waiting for all the players to ready up here before we go live, and there it is. We're getting our LO3 now. We're gonna start off our pistol round here, as there are 2 armor buys on the, never mind, that's the first L3. Are they gonna L3 again? I can't count. Is it live now? Okay. So 3 armor buys for the terrorists, 4 grenade buys for the CTs. I really like this strat. 2 diffusers, so a kind of a balanced breakfast here for the CTs with 5 grenades. I'm really liking this play right now from WristHax, as 4 terrorists have collected themselves at Ivy. There is Ren playing the T connector at the front. There's no one playing Ivy for the CTs right now.
I just kicked my power cord. I'm coming, bud.
Okay. So out Ivy come the terrorists here, just running into the back hall. They found a chip in the armor of the CTs here, and they're driving a wedge right through it, as they have gone all the way from A3 to A1 without any casualties. Check that. Davis picks up 1. Tyrium gets 1 back. Ande and Ren both get more. And look at this. This is already a 4-on-2. And things are looking good for the terrorists right now. A bit of a reversal here this round. But there are 2 terrorists very low on health, and that leaves it all up to Edna. It's kind of doable. Ande and Davis are both at 15 to 14 health respectively. And Edna is at 65 points of health with a pistol, looking to retake the site inner, as the bomb has been planted there. She sees the number 2 player Ande up at top, and actually she can't even, or he I guess can't even end Ande there, as he pops her in the head with the Glock at close range, and he survives the round with 15 HP to bring IllFX their first pistol win, I guess, of this match.
Yeah, I'm watching it on my laptop here. I did not expect that to happen. But watch, I'm only speculating what's happening in the future right now, but watch WristHax, the difference in how they're going to play this eco round.
You should see if you can cast this round without seeing the game.
But I'm like 20 seconds behind, I think. I mean, WristHax is going to go for an outer stack, probably with like 4 players.
Oh, 5 players. And no grenades. They just bought head armor, so maybe they're looking for something like that. Although all the terrorists also have head armor. I think that is 5.7s for all of the P250s. For all of the CTs, is they're going to actually abandon their outer stack, and they're all going to rotate inner. And it looks like the bomb is headed into inner. The plot just thickened here as Edna and who is that there at the bottom? Icy are about to just witness a total onslaught of terrorists as they're about to spring and hit inner here, right at the corner. Edna is actually stacked up with his teammate Icy. They're just waiting for the bomb to make itself visible there, as Ren opens up the round, takes down 1 with the quickly traded back is Ren, as Andy picks up 1, Egg picked up another one, and things are looking good for the terrorists here, trying to get their second round win of the second half. And just like that, it's a 4v1 Tyrium. It's all up to him. He might just try and find a gun here.
Jenny has no idea that he's coming. She's been checking back and forth, and he's right in the bathroom. Oh, Jenny might get caught here. This is hilarious. Tyrium could literally just around the corner and have no problem because she's been checking back and forth.
Is he gonna do it?
He's gotta do something. Lannister always pays their debts.
Well. Oh, wow. They're all gonna rotate out of the site the same way. You gonna peek out now? Ah! Oh, yeah, it's one, but Ande couldn't put a stop to that, what would you call it, lollygagging?
Yeah, say that's a fair term.
Yeah.
But we saw WristHax, the difference in their eco rounds. They played 2 together at each spot. Even though they got jacked up, they still played together, and they would have had a much better chance. I mean, I just can't stress that enough. That's so frustrating to watch. And WristHax, and then after that, falling back to inner. And they put themselves in the best position possible, but here we go. An Ivy rush, and they both get blowed away by Asian Girl and Egg combo. That's him and a Medi. So now, for the remaining WristHax players. See, Illifex is taking this so slow. That's very interesting. They're respecting the eco rounds so much of WristHax that they're going to fall off of Ivy after getting 2 players. I mean, it's not like Banana where you send 2 players to die and then stack 3 in the site. So, and now they're going out ladder? Okay, I really like this now. Very confusing, but effective for Illifex, as they would have easily had the back site secure. And now the remaining 2 of WristHax, probably just looking to get some gats in their hands. And their victim is potentially Egg. And yes, Drax is able to secure 1. Will he lose? Oh, he can't get the gun though. Asian Girl Jenny. 11-7.
Classic Asian Girl Jenny. Look at that. We got ourselves a little story here.
That's my player to watch. She's a sleeper.
Well, she's asleep right now, sitting at 6-16.
Just let her cook a little bit.
So, the first 3 rounds go to Illifex in the first half, but no ops on this first gun round. Something important we may want to pay attention to, as Tyrium and his teammates, WristHax Gaming, are all going to go for the rifles here. They're going to go 4 outer and 1 inner. I'm liking this play as it's reading the terrace perfectly. Out ladder comes Egg, and he's dropped down to 40 HP to start off the round. The rest of the terrace barrel their way out T-Con. Icy finds 1, and on the site, Ren finds another one, but Edna gets a kill, gets dropped. Egg and Ren have taken the site, and now just playing from hell is Ren. He's picking off CTs left, right, and center right now, and that just leaves Drax and Tyrium. However, Tyrium playing real sneaky-like in the back, rotates around through electrical and finds 1, turning this into a 2v2, and Drax from Ivy finds 1 more, and this round is falling apart right now for Illifex, and it's all up to Ren. He turns it into a 1v1. He's playing on site. Tyrium with Tyrium couldn't get it done, and Ren, how many kills for that round was Ren? That was a 4K for him, a huge round for him there, as he keeps Illifex in it and brings it within 3 rounds.
Wow. I'm so conflicted about my thoughts about that round, because the way WristHax held Illifex outer take was so different than the opposite, because the way Illifex threw their smokes and the way WristHax countered them, it really should have went in WristHax's favor. But again, Egg, able to put some frags together, very pivotal frags. But now look at this from WristHax. I like the gamble, but it's the wrong one this round. So they're sending 3 rushing through Ivy and 2 holding outside. But look at this. Illifex might be pussyfooting a little bit too much, but they spot the flank, and now that is going to be their cue to hit the NOS and go straight into lower. And here they come. Andy's going to be able to get a couple kills here from the upper side. But, oh, Asian Girl going to town. Drax is the only one to put up a little bit of a reply from WristHax so far, as pretty much all of his comrades have fallen. Make that all of his comrades, but he has gotten an AK.
There you go.
Just let her cook a little bit. She's on the rise right now, but will Drax be able to get the sneaky save? It doesn't really look like they're sure of where he is, but C. Davis is going to come around the corner. There it is. On to Drax, and 9-11 for WristHax, but that lead looking a little slimmer.
Yeah, they're down to their insurance round. Just 2 rounds left before, at this rate, Illifex is going to catch up. I mean, they're playing good right now. They've won 4 in a row, or 5 in a row. So, I guess right now, the CTs have to win this round, otherwise they're going to be saving. I mean, that's the only way I see it. And here we have this strat again. 3 ladder, 2 setting up smokes. Genie and Ren are both setting up smokes and flashes for their teammates over in ladder. They're both going to throw their nades. See what happens here, as the bomb's actually going to head down towards Brown Hall, as it looks like an inner or an outer fake to inner. Some masterful grenade throwing and feinting there from the terrace as they run into sight almost unopposed. Just Tyrium playing the back of sight. He calls for his teammates' support. No kills exchanged just yet. Not a great entry from the terrace. Wow. As Tyrium finds 2. Tyrium looking for a third. No, he gets dropped by Egg. Egg looking to find 2 of his own. to even things out here. A 4-on-2 now. Icy drops 1, and this round is totally disjointed for the Terrors. They couldn't find the entry frags. Ande and Genie both getting one, but Drax returning back. Ande finding another one, making this a 1v1. He falls off the train, so he can't get the spray correctly, and Drax makes quick work of him. But that was very close for Ande with the hat-trick clutch almost within reach, and the CTs have another breath of fresh air here as they're able to buy. It was a very expensive round for them.
Yeah, definitely, and it paid off. They really needed that, and this is their chance to start breaking the Terrace money. They needed one more round before they do it, but at the end of that last round, I really like the CT's play invading the bomb. The Terrace had just gotten the 1 kill in the 1 versus 2, and it was very pivotal that he grabbed the bomb immediately, and right there was the CT waiting. So I'm not sure if that was an accident that he fell off the site or not, but very nicely done by the CT, and could have been a little tighter from the.
I just want to point out C. Davis holding on to that op again. So for the first time in about 19 rounds.
Pray he doesn't get discouraged. All right, so now we got 2 ladder holding that area, and 2 coming out the middle. Oh, there's one on to Jenny from Icy, looking for the leg. Oh, C. Davis can't find it, and this round is falling apart for IllFX. They need to get going, but the shot from C. Davis, reply by Edna, going back and forth, down to a 2 versus 2. C. Davis could be looking for that ace here, but no, Andy is going to steal that away, and Tyrium again left in a 1 versus 2. So we got 1 in sight. That's Andy. And Tyrium drops the bomber to so low HP. Oh, and he takes down Andy down to a 1 versus 1. C. Davis has little to no HP, down to 13. And Tyrium is keen on his position as he doesn't have much time to fall back, if any. So Tyrium is going to bet that he is going to come to him, and he might get caught from the side. Wow, C. Davis is going to be able to get the kill. Peeking around the corner. Great play by C. Davis there. Nobody expects you to do that with an op. What, are you going to walk down the Ivy lane? Oh, no. Nicely done by C. Davis. Ballsy play. The cojones on this man. Wow.
Tyrium's none too happy about that.
Because it's so stupid that it's smart.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of play you do to give yourself confidence. Like, you kind of boost your own confidence levels by doing stuff like that. But an eco here from definitely. The CTs, as their bank has been broken. They won that 1 round, and then they lost the win bonus. Or the loss bonus, pardon me. So they're going to push upward. Tyrium goes down right away. And Andy looking for the triple kill. He's not going to do it, but Icy, actually from behind, Egg jumps over his head and kills him from behind there. So no gun for the CTs, and Aim Eddie and Edna are now the last CTs alive. Edna pushing out Z. The bomb is there at A. He doesn't peek there. And Ren drops him with a headshot from the AK. IllFX now within 1 round. And ooh, boy, we almost have a tie here. How soon till we start using that OT word?
I'm looking at now. I mean, the teams are going back and forth, but I would give the advantage to IllFX so far. It looks like WristHax is, despite my prediction, unable to handle what they're throwing at them. But it seems that I'd throw it up to the outshooting at this point for IllFX, because it's not like WristHax hasn't had the chances, but in these clutch situations, IllFX is edging it out. But now WristHax, again, I love what they're doing on these eco rounds. It's just not working out for them. They need to put these pistols to work, and Ren is going to have a field day, dropping 3 of them as they're trying to rush the Ivy. And that leaves 2 lonely counter-terrorists inside the bomb site of Outer. And you can see just the fan approach from IllFX, just spreading out all over the place. Icy manages to get 1, gets 2, can he get, oh wow, gets a 3rd, but then he's taken down. But that's a lot of guns down so far for Icy. But look at the terrorist side's money. I mean, they're going to take down 2 or 3 rounds in a row for them to break that bank.
Icy made that round way more expensive for the terrorists than it should have been. Like, look at Ande now. He's sitting down at $400 after that. C. Davis hasn't bought yet. He's at $4,500. So we got an op drop for him. Fortunately, Ren is kind of the sugar daddy of his team right now, sitting at 12K. And the CTs, if they lose this one round again, they will be back on the save once more. So this could be a very pivotal round for them. And starting off this round, Egg's going to drop and peek out from ladder. Ooh, he's going to flash himself out, but he gets spammed down to, what is that, 5 HP by Icy. And he should just fall off before that exact thing happens as Edna gets the touchdown throw. The grenade setup comes in from the support players in the back of spawn as Ande moves out T-Con trying to find one. No, Edna takes him down, finding a second kill of the round. He goes down in trade from Genie. And now the terrorists are going to look to try and even things out here as they move into the site. But the CTs have set up in formation around it. They're going to get the bomb down, so they'll have that extra bit of money going in the next round. So not a total loss for the terrorists should they come out of this round. Our second grenade kill of the round from Drax there with a touchdown throw. And walking out ladder is Jenny, but she can't find a Medi. And now it's all down to the off of C. Davis. He gets a cute little nose scope there before he goes down, and the CT will defuse the bomb, and Ill Effects cannot find that first round of a lead this game, and WristHax stays in control here, and they keep their money going into these next rounds, which is so... I can't overstate that enough, that round was so crucial for the CTs, and they came up big.
Yeah, we're looking for one more round, and then the Ill Effects bank is broken. WristHax still in the same danger. Not sure they'll be able to buy next round, or they're going to have to push it if they do. But we'll see here what they're going to do on this gun round. I really like what Ill Effects did their last round on their outer take. It's just the hold that stopped them. Even though they suffered the first loss of the round, they were able to still take the bomb site, but their post-plant positioning and the counter nades from WristHax are what was the deciding factor. And now we see a massive split coming out from Ill Effects, pulling out all the stops coming out outer right now with the split, so far overwhelming the counter terrorists. They have two at Ivy that are smoked off. And wow, Ren gets it one before he's taken out at Ivy, so looking real good here for the Ill Effects squad, and just going back and forth. 4-3 advantage for Ill Effects. But look at this big flank coming in from Tyrium. This could be it. Egg has to get this kill. Otherwise, we're looking at a very bad situation. And it doesn't go to him. And now Tyrium is on the flank. Meanwhile, teammates getting kills, but down to a 1 versus 1 with the legend. He may have got some rust on his shoulders, but he may be able to get this 1 versus 2. Peeking around the corner. This is the matchup I was thinking of.
No way.
No way. My God. Wow, that almost happened.
Oh.
Asian girl Jenny almost blew it right there. Wow.
Wow, wow. That's all I can really say about that. That's something you never want to experience as the person.
Close.
That's something you hope for as the person defusing. That's something you never, ever want to happen if you're the person shooting. So, but that round did force WristHax into a tie and into an eco. So Ill Effects is in good position right now to take their first lead in, I think, the entire game. So they're right on the cusp of that, and flashing himself out of Ivy was Drax, but he quickly gets downed by Egg and his two teammates. And the CTs, they're now just pushing every which way. There's one in cafeteria right now. He's going to look to push around through spawn. That is the number 2 player, Ande. Hearing that person running down the stairs, is going to quickly see Edna. Makes quick work of him, making this a 5-on-3 aim Eddie. Here in T-Con, trying to find Ande, and Ande actually gets his multi-kill. 2 kills on the round for him. And the last 2 CTs are...
Look at Tyrion. Oh
Tyrion,
my lord.
Oh my god. Tyrion. Finally, one sees him, but it might be too late there as Ren comes in and cleans him up. So Tyrium splitting the D a little bit there, managing to pick up Davis, but it doesn't look like that'll be enough to get it done, as there are 4 fully armed terrorists versus the 1 CT of Icy, who's just running free through that site, and he is quickly downed. And Ill Effects with their first lead of this match, so a huge comeback from them. I mean, I was definitely not expecting this in the second half, so some great play and composure there from them to stay in it and keep with it, and look at them now.
Yep, and I am so interested to see what WristHax does here for their potentially the round that wins or loses them the game. And they are going to stack 4 outside right away, and Ill Effects is going to go with the slow roll. Taking everything very slowly, setting up all their nades, and WristHax is set up fairly aggressive outside, but the question is, when the smokes come in, what are the answers going to be? And now here the smokes come pouring in. We got 3 coming out of middle, 1 Ivy and 1 ladder. Where are the counters? Need some massive counters, and so far they're just eating nades, don't see much coming in. They're just going to try to fight it out. They get a trade. 4-on-4, the take is on. If WristHax loses this, it is probably going to be the game. And another one of their players goes down. That's Amedi. Another one that's Icy. Down to 2 of them. All of them are falling in unison, one after the other. And Tyrium is the last man standing. Finds the first one. Here's one at the leader. Needs to peek around, but peeks around at the wrong time. Ren finds him. And now one last chance from WristHax, and it's a slim one because it is an eco round.
They're gonna have to force buy, yeah, and I think that right there, like they pretty much couldn't get anything going for them that round. They lost every single micro battle going around that map. So maybe it was wrong peaks, I don't know, but look, they have to save. They're gonna buy armor. They're actually gonna elect to buy armor and pistols. There's gonna be one Famous from Icy, who's sitting at 33 kills. He's had a good game. And he's actually the top fragger in this match right now. Ande for his team, the second place second fragger, I guess would be the term. For Ill Effects sitting at 30 and 24. Now,
eyes on Amedi here to decide the round.
So there you have it, as he is going to toss a little flash banger Rooney down down the Ivy. He's not going to re-peek. There are 3 terrorists with their sights trained in on exactly where it peaked from. The re-smoke goes down, and he's going to rotate to the other side of Ivy and throw a grenade and rotate back. So nice play, a nice little play from him there to throw off the terrorists as they think he's on their left, his right. So it's going to confuse them a little bit as he's on the left, and they're going to come out Ivy. Icy drops one with the Famous. A great start for WristHax right now. Egg finds one. He finds Amedi. Drax returns back, and Ande trading again, making that a 3v3. Ande finding a second. Ande finding his third. And Tyrium goes down to Ren elsewhere on the map. And Ill Effects with a huge come from behind victory that game. And an M4. Wow, look at these.